Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code Zirksee at checkout for 10% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and I hope you guys are having a great day today. But I was asked multiple times this week, and multiple times, I guess, just in general as of recently, to make a video telling you guys exactly which power-ups I think you guys should invest in right now, what I think the best investments are. Now, of course, you guys already know the deal. There might be some crybabies in the comment section talking about how with this video, obviously, yes, the market will rise. But every time that I have talked about power-ups and told you guys which specific power-ups to go up in, yes, obviously their price is going to rise slightly. Then, of course, they fall back down. And even specific cards like ones I've told you to invest in, including Ezekiel Elliott. When I first made a video going over power-ups a long time ago, a couple of weeks ago, he was up to, I think, about 20K at that time. You can see now he's back down to 9K. So really, the market might change slightly, and then you can easily pick the cards up at a later time as well, and just come back to this video to check it out. So, you guys know the deal. See anybody crying about it, call them crybabies in the comment section. Also, ridiculous, some people think that I make these videos as well to make the market rise in order to make profit myself. I had to say, I'm not a scumbag. I don't do those types of things. You guys can see my miner right here. I'm just going to show you guys to prove that I'm not a scumbag. I'm not the type of person to make videos like this to control the market just because I have a bigger audience and I know that prices might go up slightly. You guys can see I literally have every single power player. Look at all the Zeeks that I have. I have every single power player. Every time that I've told you guys which power-ups I think are the best to invest in, you guys can see I literally have all of these power-ups still in miner. I'm not the type to do that. I'm literally going to help you guys out. And remember, when you're selling these players, the best time to sell is as soon as the card gets announced. Like you guys saw this morning, Davante Adams, he got announced. He immediately shot to like 20K. That was only for a couple minutes. Now he's down to like 8K, 9K, I think. And then, of course, we also had Desmond Trufant last night. He was up to like 25, 30,000 coins. He shot down a little bit. You guys got to remember, sell them as soon as the card gets announced. But let's go ahead and hop into the best players to invest in. So this morning in my signature series video, I went in depth about how I think I figured out what players are actually going to be getting the next signature series cards. If you want a more in-depth explanation, go check that video out. I went over it and kind of went how I figured it out if you want to check that video out. But if we take a look here, the players I'm going to say that I think you should pick up, and obviously this is between two different teams we could possibly be for the offensive player next week. It could be either the Saints or it could be the Buccaneers. When it comes to the Bucs, I'll go over what I think it's going to be for them. But when it comes to the Saints, there are a few players I think it could be. So obviously, Teron Armstead right now, he already is an upgrade. Drew Brees is a possibility. Ryan Ramczyk as well is another possibility. We also have Alvin Kamara, which I have to say, we did get Christian McCaffrey just 2 weeks ago. Or last week, but 2 weeks if they decide to drop Kamara. So I don't know if it'll be Kamara there for the offensive signature series card next week. But it could be Kamara, I'll say that. Any of these Raiders probably a solid pickup in general. Like, whenever Kamara gets a new upgrade, his power is bound to go up. Breeze, Ramczyk, not as big as Kamara, I think, would probably be the better explanation there. But you guys can see here, when it comes to the Buccaneers, there's two players it could possibly be if it isn't going to be a Buck. DeMar Dotson, which he's 1,900 coins, and guys, I can't stress this enough. Power-ups. If they're going for this cheap, why not buy them? There's no way someone gets a new card, and if the card is actually a good card, like a higher overall card in the game, there's just no way the power-ups are going to stay at 2,000 coins per. Now, when it came to like the Christian McCaffrey, the Eddie Jackson, you guys saw that first day, they shot up way in price, like 30K per power-up, and then the next day, they dropped the, what was it, like the team gold fantasy packs. It completely destroyed the market for the power players on that day. But of course, if you sold them the first day, you made a ton of profit. DeMar Dotson's 1,900 coins, and obviously Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans is a big possibility, and in general, Mike Evans is one of those guys that a lot of people are going to want to pick up his card. So whenever he ends up getting himself a new upgrade, you're probably going to want to, actually, 5,500 coins is pretty good. You're going to want to go ahead and get him. And like I said before, guys, sell immediately off the hype. You guys can see right now, I'll actually show you, when it comes to Davante Adams' power-up card was about 20K, 25K as soon as he was revealed. You can see now he's back down to about 6,500 coins. So you really have to take advantage. It's not going to be a big time period that you have to go ahead and sell these cards. But if you guys have the companion app on your phone, if you're at work or something, or you're not home for some reason, Download the companion app. Of course, follow me over on Twitter. Turn notifications on because I always tweet out whenever we get new cards. And of course, make sure you guys turn the notifications on over here because I always release new videos going over all of the new content that we're going to be getting and that we get. So on the defense side of things for next week's Signature Series card, it's got to be either the Lions or the Vikings that continue with the same trend that is, which means the Lions already went over it. All their players basically have upgrades except for Damon Harris on the defense side of the ball. Trey Flowers already has one. Slayer already has a theme builder. So it'd be Harris Smith, Linval Joseph. Both these guys already have power-ups or upgrades. Xavier Rhodes, they literally just did Desmond Trufant. So I don't think they'll do another cornerback the next week. And then also Danielle Hunter already has an upgrade. So that leaves us with Everson Griffin. I am almost positive. I'm pretty dang sure Everson Griffin is going to end up getting the Signature Series card next week. I'm not going to say 100%, but if they continue with the trend and it's got to be a defensive player from either the Lions or the Vikings, it's got to be Everson Griffin, unless they just come out of the blue with some other random player, but there is like no other player. As you can see here, I picked up a crap ton of Everson Griffins because I seriously think he is going to be the Signature Series card for next week. So those are the short-term investments. Now let's get into the longer ones where I don't really know when these guys could get upgrades, but of course their price will go up. Now, yes, I know Zeke is currently holding out. Can he still get upgrades? He can still get upgrades just like Le'Veon Bell did last year. He got a couple upgrades as well. I think Zeke could potentially get a couple upgrades this year, and I'm really hoping that he does come back to the Cowboys, obviously. So this one could potentially be a risk, I guess, but at the same time, if Zeke gets a new card, I just don't see his power going for less than 15, 20,000 coins. I just don't see how it goes less than that. And of course, you guys already know, I showed you guys mine earlier today, I have a crap ton of Zeke power-ups. This is how invested I am in Zeke. I must have like 20 power-ups. Another guy who could be a pretty good potential pickup is, of course, Jalen Smith. He tends to have some of the best user cards in the game. Now, of course, powers right now going for about 8,000 coins, so it's kind of already an expensive power-up, and it's really going to depend on what type of upgrade he gets as to whether this will be kind of a high-risk, high-reward type thing, but it could be pretty good. Now, when it comes to user cards, you really can't get much better than Deion Jones. Now, I will say his power-up's currently going for 14K. I don't like to buy power-ups that go for more than like 10K, so if you can get Deion Jones power for about 10,000 coins or so, I think it's a great investment because when Deion Jones gets upgrades, he's always one of the best user cards in the game, so whenever he gets another upgrade, that card will more than likely be like the second or third best user card in the game behind Ryan Shazier, maybe even on par with Ryan Shazier, which causes power to probably rise up to 25, maybe 30,000 coins. I think Deion Jones could probably be around that range. And like I said, guys, if you know any power-up player in general that you think is going to get a decent overall card, a power-up going for 1,300 coins is just a ridiculous snag. Like, there's no way players get new cards, and even like when the market was completely flooded, Christian McCaffrey was still 2,500 coins, and that's completely flooded. So yes, you might make a huge profit off Keanu Neal, but he's going for 2,000 coins. I just don't see how he doesn't go for like bare minimum. If he actually ends up getting like a 90 overall or an 87, 80, 89 overall card, how is this guy not going to be at minimum like 5,000 coins? Which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a couple thousand coins profit per card. Now, another guy who could be going for 15, 20,000 coins, of course, is going to be Aaron Rodgers. He's currently going for about 8,100 coins, and I actually don't think I have any of these Aaron Rodgers, so I'm going to buy a couple of these Rodgers cards, hold on to them, of course, and I've already gotten a lot of tweets and a lot of messages from you guys saying that you've invested in some power-up cards, and you've already made a return on certain players, so congratulations to you if you picked the right players to go ahead and pick, because there were ones where you can make a pretty good profit already based off the cards that came out, like Eddie Jackson, Christian McCaffrey. I had a lot of people tell me they invested into them, and they sold them in that first day, like I said, sell off hype, made a ton of coins. And of course, another guy is going to be Patrick Peterson, one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. Now, of course, Pat Pete, he is currently suspended, but when he comes back, I'm sure he'll get some upgrades. Basically, any big name player that you guys see going for cheap, you definitely need to try and pick up. Some other players I think you guys should pick up that I haven't went over before in other videos is going to be Russell Wilson. This man is currently going for 4,700 coins. Now, of course, there's Steve Young out right now. There is soon to be Michael Vick, I'm sure, within a couple of weeks here. So he might not go up in price a ton based off of his first initial card whenever he actually gets that next upgrade. But the upgrade after that, if he ends up getting a higher overall card than, say, Michael Vick or Steve Young or any other scrambling QB that's in the game, I think he's got to go for at least 12,000, 15,000 coins, especially if he can get Escape Artist. That would make his price go way up. This is insane to me that T.Y. Hilton's power-up is literally going for 1,300 coins. As one of the fastest wide receivers always in Madden, and I think he's going to be one of the best receivers this year because in my personal opinion, I like the shorter, not necessarily shorter, it doesn't have to be shorter, but the more elusive type of rack-catching wide receiver this year, the ones that can turn up the field. I don't really like the big jump ball receivers here a lot, although I do happen to have some pretty big receivers like that. Jerry Rice isn't really the most elusive guy, but I have Torrey Holt, Odell Beckham Jr. I think OBJ for me has done the most work. And of all my receivers, Torrey Holt and OBJ definitely the best. Jerry Rice is pretty good, but he's not the best after the catch type guy. And T.Y. Hilton is definitely that type of guy. Now, if he gets a solid upgrade with really good speed and can get like slot apprentice, he's going to be going for a good amount of coins. Now, a guy that I don't really see a lot of people talking about is Richard Sherman. He's currently going for only 5,200 coins for his power-ups. And obviously a big thing this year is going to be speed on cornerbacks. Maybe that's a reason why, because Sherman never really has great speed when it comes to cornerbacks, but he has amazing coverage. And even right now, Jalen Ramsey, right? He's one of the slower cornerbacks, but he has insane coverage stats. So I think whenever Richard Sherman ends up getting like a new upgrade, if it's a really, really good card and his coverage stats are really, really good, and he has somewhat solid speed, I'm talking like 85 speed maybe, probably the max he'll get if he gets like a 90 overall card, I still think his power-up could really shoot him a price. Now, if you guys have any other players that I didn't talk about in this video so far, please comment down below. If you think there's any sleepers, of course, there's some players that maybe I'm just overlooking right now, but George Kittle is definitely not one. He's going for 6,400 coins. Whenever Kittle gets an upgrade, he's always one of the best tight ends in the game, and of course, one of the fastest tight ends in the game, even right now. He is extremely, extremely good, and I just don't see how Kittle does. He's got to be one of those guys that's going to be like 25K. 20,000 coins, 22, maybe 25K immediately once like they announce a new card for him because he's just that good. And of course, he got the most, basically one of the fastest tight ends in the game, and he will be the fastest tight end in the game probably when he ends up getting a new upgrade. Now, of course, there's some sleepers, so comment down below if you guys have any sleepers that you care to share. Travis Kelce. There's so many people that pull Travis Kelce. Like, I honestly don't think Kelce's a great investment just because of how many Travis Kelce cards there really are currently up on the auction block. I just picked on 49ers. There's so many Travis Kelce powers because everybody went with like the gold team fantasy packs. There's so many Travis Kelce's. Is he a great investment? Probably not the best because there's just so many people that have him. Could it go for 1,900 coins? Yeah, he most definitely could. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, smack the like button, subscribe, and comment. We got a lot of people asking me to make a video going over the best power players to go and invest into. I gave you guys a list, and comment down below if there's any other players, of course. You know, there could be some sleepers. I didn't even go over Christian McCaffrey or Eddie Jackson in before, in like one of my older videos, and still people invested in them and made a ton of coins, so half of it, you have a list, but there's a ton of other players you guys could also invest into, you know, like Cam Newton, whoever else you guys want to. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, smack the like button, subscribe, and comment. Thank you guys very much for 86,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys next time.